Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Oxygen Not Included in the Ultimate Base 3.0. Today I would like to take care of the next floor here in the new living module, which is going to be the kitchen. My biggest problem at the moment is that these two tiles are unknown. I'm just trying to kind of melt them so I can move a duplicate here to reveal those tiles. So I guess we're just gonna let this run and then we can already build the next flooring. We want another 4 tiles and then basically have everything in gold flooring. I'm not yet sure how large the kitchen needs to be. I'm just going to start with my appliances here on the left side and then we probably have some kind of a storage here with the mess hall or the great hall on the left side. Oh, and as you can see, I also made some improvements in the nature reserve department. This did take me a couple of cycles to accomplish. But now the duplicates will be able to just run through this. It could be that we cannot actually plant a seed right here because they are too close together at this point. In this new kitchen, of course, we're gonna have all the cooking machines, starting with the microbe musher that I'm gonna place right here in the very corner. Maybe let's first think of it in terms of automation. We want to be able to reach all the appliances as well as reach the food that we're gonna store in a deep frozen state. So if we made this tile here our food storage, we would still be able to reach it. This way we can set up a microbe musher, an electric grill right there, and then the gas range will still fit. Yeah, this is actually gonna add up perfectly. I just need to get rid of these tiles, but I can already see they are starting to melt. That's good. So in this very tile here, we're gonna have our deep frozen storage only available to take out from the auto sweeper. This means I potentially would want this to be enclosed with a bunch of insulated tiles, something like that. We can also already think about the power setup. Right here I would like to see a power transformer, namely a large one. Yeah, that goes right there. We hook this up to our heavy watt wire and switch to conductive wire. Iron should be fine for this. And we hop over here in order to supply all the machines. Now I just noticed I'm actually missing one space this way and we will not be able to actually reach this once I build this tile. What we could do though probably is build the auto sweeper 1 block over. This is going to give us some more space and I just see it can actually reach down into the flooring tile here. So maybe we just keep this floor a little bit higher than the other ones. Do I really want to do this? It's just for the food tile. I think I'm gonna come up with a better solution. Let me think about this. I'm gonna try something else, assuming we still want to keep the airflow tunnel here in order to get rid of the carbon dioxide. So potentially we just put our food storage right here, have the auto sweeper able to reach it from the center tile diagonally down. If we then line up the machines, microbe musher could go here with the electric grill there and gas range here. Now gas range, I don't think we can reach that. Yeah, let me try this one more time. I'm gonna be right back. Hopefully these guys are gonna disappear soon. They are a little bit in the way. But yeah, that means we have to move our storage again. Alrighty, after a few more attempts, I gave up on the idea of only having to use one auto sweeper, and I think this time around this is gonna be a reliable system. We can reach all the appliances with this one auto sweeper, including the refrigerator that is gonna be for the cooking ingredients. Everything initially is going to be stored in this tile that I'm going to fill up with chlorine and cool down to at least minus 18 degrees. This auto sweeper here will then be able to diagonally reach it. There's going to be a tile right here. If there are some cooking ingredients in here and we have space in this refrigerator, then it's going to put them over here and then this auto sweeper can take care of the rest. This right here is going to be our main refrigerator. We're going to limit this to a couple of kilograms, so there's only a little bit in here and the rest that cannot spoil is just going to wait down here. And of course, whenever this guy isn't completely full, my second auto sweeper can take care of that. I was also able to implement a bunch of duplicate sensors so we can reach them no matter which spot they're in. We have to set up some automation wire though. This one is gonna go to the first lamp and this one here. Yeah, let's also go straight up, over and into the light. Wonderful. I already hooked everything up to the power with a power transformer on the right side. Finally, we have a conveyor loader right here that is going to be responsible to pick up the cooked food with this auto sweeper. It's going to go in here and then we just want to ship it over into this tile, right? I would say this should then be fairly automated. Let me go ahead, build these rails. We're gonna go up, over, and down. And that should technically be everything to the kitchen. I still want to choose a wallpaper. Let's see, kitchen. Something red might be nice. Or pink. Yeah, I actually like that. We're gonna go with phosphorite. So all of that I would like to see in pink. Thank you. The kitchen is going to reach all the way up to here, so we can have the usual setup with the door, and the duplicants should still be able to enter this, and now we have plenty of space for the mess hall, I would say. Or the great hall. I always mess this up. Since I didn't bother shipping oil over just yet, I believe we're gonna do everything with naphtha. I can just go ahead, open up this tile, and what we can do is maybe build plastic tiles. They're gonna require 100 kilograms of plastic each, and if we just set them up right here, like these 3 tiles should already give us 300 kilograms of naphtha, right? Naphtha can then be heated up to 538 degrees or cooled down to minus 50 degrees, so it's not gonna have the best heat capacity, but it should get us going with that storage. Preferably, I would like to have some chlorine in this very tile instead of oxygen. The chlorine is not necessary if you deep freeze your food. However, if you happen to have germs on the food, then the chlorine would be taking care of that. So I wonder, could we get this started with just placing a tile and then kind of closing this off in order to get a vacuum in the joint, and then we're gonna bring in some bleach stone. Right here at the bottom, I decided we're gonna have our steam turbine set up. We're gonna have 2 steam turbines with 2 aqua tuners, and then we are gonna include this volcano in the contraption somehow. But my point is we're gonna use aqua tuners to cool down the base and to deep freeze the food in the future. However, as long as we still have all this chill, I'm actually gonna make use of it. All the foods that we collect elsewhere on the map is first gonna find its way into this tile, so we can automate this in any way, shape or form we see fit. And then my dupe will literally only have to cook. I really like how this turned out, except the storage, I don't know. It would have been a little bit easier to make the floors 5 high, but in this case I just didn't want to. I also want to go ahead and prepare a little something here, an area that is kind of insulated. And this is where I'm gonna send my cooling loop through. So it's gonna come all the way from over here. Let's see, I also want to use something for the flooring. So I guess the deep freeze pipe will have to go through another tile. Say we come in like this, then we're gonna use a radiant pipe. Let's use steel. And then we come up and around and we go all the way back. We go over, hop over, then we do some cooling. We do some checking if the liquid is cool enough, needs to be at least minus 18 degrees. And then we're gonna be coming back, hop over again, all the way down and over. Nope. Yeah, the lower pipe is the one that goes here and the upper pipe is the one that goes there. Good. And the direction we decide with the bridge right there. And now we can do the cooling and the automation. All we're missing are the naphtha tiles. So maybe let's hurry up a little bit with that. Dude, I'm really surprised we don't see any solidified tiles yet. Feels like in the previous series this didn't take that long. But man, I'm not complaining, not at all. Our plastic tiles are incoming. They should be heating up fairly quickly, and at 150 degrees they're just gonna melt away. We shall observe that in 1 second or so. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now we basically want to mop this up as quickly as possible, transport it over. I might want to make sure we don't dump this somewhere else. For instance, right now there is still a little bit of naphtha left here. Maybe if I exchange this with a tile here, let me see, just use a different material and we exchange this, then I might be able to make it spill out a little bit. We then want to go ahead, bring the naphtha up here. Somewhere we have the space for a little pump. We will then be pumping this up, and of course we also need the bottle emptier to get the naphtha up there in the first place. In terms of nature reserve, I think what I'm gonna do with the problem here, since I don't want to space out the plants more, is I'm just gonna take apart these 2 inner tiles here. We're gonna use that for decorations, and then we can make something similar here at the bottom. I don't think we're gonna utilize more than this space for our mess hall. As a matter of fact, this is 108 tiles, and I believe that is very close to the limit, right? The Great Hall, 120 tiles. Yeah, we just duplicate the nature reserve, and then once we connect them together, it's gonna count as one big nature reserve. In the meantime, I'm gonna keep on building a bunch of plastic tiles to get more and more naphtha. Get that bottle emptier prepared. Wonderful. And in this guy, we want to store naphtha. Enable auto bottle if that is possible. Also, did that happen? Ah, look at that. Wow. I'm actually really surprised this works so well. But that is the most satisfying, to actually use the game mechanics that usually screw you over to your advantage. My first naphtha is already incoming. Ah, this is gonna be good. Much less of a hassle than I first anticipated. Unfortunately, unlike tiles, conveyor chutes cannot be built diagonally, so I had to come up with another plan. The plan is currently to make a little temporary liquid lock in order to be able to build that chute, and then we're gonna close it off again. And if everything holds true in oxygen not included, hopefully the water is gonna be pushed away to the right side. There is our water. That's already good. That's enough. We want to sweep up not too close. If you sweep up right here, then the tile we want the water in is also gonna be swept up. Now we have 76 grams. I want to see what happens if we deconstruct this tile now. I believe the 36 gram mark is where liquid is gonna stay on its own tile. I guess we're one step closer. I just need to sweep up this little bit here now, and then we should be left with just one drop of water that we can push over one, and then, yeah, okay, that's gonna work. Perfect, right? Now we build one tile right here. Water is gonna be pushed over. We can deconstruct it and replace it with a chute. And then we can reconstruct this tile and everyone is gonna be happy. All I needed was a vacuum and a chute in there. Is it so hard? And the water is now actually gone. Okay, then let's try this again with a fresh batch. There, 32 grams. This should stay in there. Just please. Yes. Okay, we got our vacuum. Perfect. Now, let's build that chute. And we should be golden. Where's it? Conveyor chute. Right there. Sweep this up, and if that works, I'm actually gonna be very pleased. Harold, build the chute. Yes. Okay, now we just need this tile back, and hopefully water is gonna go to the right side, or what it did the previous time, just vanished into thin air. And why did it get pushed to the left side? Okay, I'm gonna try to be cheesy. Replace this with a ceramic insulated tile. Actually, thinking about it, all of these tiles should be ceramic. What was I thinking? Maybe let's first exchange these, and then the tile that is hopefully gonna grant us success getting that vacuum back. You can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Ah, no, there's oxygen in there. Well, I guess in this case, I'm gonna try the very same thing, but towards the other side. And if the water gets pushed to the right side this time, I'm gonna quit playing for today. Okay, there it is. Now, we have the same situation but mirrored. If the water gets pushed to the left, the game is consistent. If the water gets pushed to the right, then I'm gonna scream internally for a very long time. Harold is doing the good deed. Oh man, I'm so worried. I'm so worried. I'm so worried. I'm so worried. No! Okay, I guess that settles it then. Does that make any sense whatsoever? I mean, we had the same situation, but once the water gets pushed to the right and another time to the left, yeah, I guess then that means we are gonna wrap it up at this point, and we're gonna continue the next time with the mess hall and the integration of the cooling loop here. We should already have enough naphtha, but this is just absolutely silly, and I'm gonna deal with that tomorrow. I did have fun designing the kitchen, however, and I'm pretty sure eventually I'm gonna get what I want here. As a matter of fact, there's one more thing we could try. Allow manual use, and we are just gonna input a little bit of bleachstone here. Maybe the bleachstone is gonna be powerful enough to actually evaporate the water. I mean, it's just like 32 grams. There, Ellie brought some bleachstone over, and oh gosh, oh, I'm so happy I thought of that. Ah, this is incredible. So we just evaporated the water. This is much easier. I'm so glad I figured that out. How many times did I fiddle around with making a one tile vacuum? Just have the minimum amount of water that is gonna stay on one tile, put in some bleachstone, and it's gonna be replaced with chlorine. Okay, that is the greatest revelation today. In this case, we can actually continue with the automation, because my frustration is completely gone. The automation is gonna be fairly simple. Let's see, we have our loop incoming here. We want to check the temperature. If the temperature is right, then we want to continue with the cooling loop. And if it is too hot, we want to cool it down. Same thing as with the metal refinery. So we'll have a liquid pipe thermosensor right in front that is going to be, come on, hooked up to this guy. Let's say the liquid is not cold enough. We want to continue, switch to radiant pipes, and then do a little bit of a cooling loop. It shouldn't be too long because technically we are too cold here. No, actually not. Yeah, we can make the loop a little bit longer if we want to, but right up here, for instance, we have minus 60 degrees, which is still too cold for the naphtha. Anyhow, let's hop over here, and we're gonna go into the input, though I kind of want to make sure we have priority with this. Let's see, if the liquid is already cold enough coming in from the loop, we just continue, right? We then come in with the cooled down liquid, and right here I need a bridge. So let's cut this up. We continue down. We get rid of this tile here because that needs to be a bridge for the priorities to work. And don't forget, this is just a temporary system, but the liquid already coming from the storage is not going to have priority. Everything that is being actively cooled will have the priority, and then once it is cold enough, it will go through here. Therefore, another bridge, and we can do the cooling once again. Yes, I like that. We're going to open up a bunch of tiles here, and then maybe a few here at the bottom I'm going to replace with metal tiles for some more heat transfer. Yes, okay, I did not have to rage quit. How wonderful. Let's maybe also grab some power from upstairs that we're gonna bring to the shutoff. As for the sensor, we want to detect minus 20 degrees. If we are above minus 20 degrees, we want to open the shutoff, and if we are below, then we're already good. Good, then the only thing that's actually missing is bringing the naphtha inside of the loop. We might not have enough to completely fill it up, but it is also not necessary. Like, you don't have to cool down your food a lot, it just happens. There we go, it's already incoming. Oh, I'm so surprised every time I see this in white. Right now we are at 44 degrees, so it should go through the shutoff, and it doesn't go through the shutoff, of course, because we haven't finished building the pipes, so that is kind of my bad. So now we're gonna shortly superheat the food, but after that we're good. Now at this point, ooh, look at that. It's actually already minus 22 degrees. This is perfect. So wait. What is happening? Ah, of course, it goes through the shutoff again. Yeah, it's not the most efficient system. But obviously, as mentioned, this is the temporary system before we switch to steam turbines and aqua tuners. And the packets that are coming out are at a nice chilly temperature, so they shouldn't lose all the chill and get to our food storage in time. Yeah, here it's still minus 20 degrees, and we can start to cool this down. Let's actually see this happen. Oh, I guess it's still kind of superheated. There's another batch of coolant incoming, and we lost 3, 4, 5 degrees. Yes, okay, that's gonna be done in no time. And then we still have a little bit of naphtha left over. Great stuff! Next time we're gonna take care of the Great Hall, maybe a little bit of the recreation stuff and the access point to the module itself. Before we wrap up the episode, I want to try one different layout. What if we switch the machines so that we can put the auto sweeper one more block down, which is going to allow us to place some more decorative moldings on the top. We could then do the same thing with the other auto sweeper, so that will go here. Let's remove these two guys. So microbe musher, then the electric grill, and then the gas range. So we'll have to move a bunch of these wires, no problem. Another wire here, and another auto sweeper there. So this auto sweeper still reaches all the machines. Now the only problem we have, we cannot actually reach the grill in terms of lighting. How important are the moldings to me? I mean, it would be nice to just fill up all the tiles, right? Yeah, honestly, I think I just want them. Why the heck not? Actually, we should relocate the lights, obviously. The lights should go here, because this way we can reach all 3 machines. Or at least the tile the duplicants will be working on. I moved my other duplicant sensor to up here, so it can actually reach both of the machines, and then either duplicant sensor is gonna activate the ceiling light. So we also have the activation with the microbe musher. But yeah, I would say this is the finished design for today. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great time, and hopefully I'm gonna catch you in the next episode. Bye bye.